What's up, Rockstars? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to be doing my May favorites. I also have a few items in here that I am not loving so much that I thought I would share with you too, just to kind of switch things up a little bit. Without further ado, let's get into the video. The first thing I want to shout out, I feel really bad because I know you can't get this anymore, and I know a lot of people wanted to get it and they couldn't get their hands on it, but it definitely deserves a mention in my eyes, and it's this guy right here. This is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. You open it up and it looks just like this. I love this palette mostly because of the gradient effect. You've got your really nice light, neutral, everyday colors. You've got your really nice smoky colors, and then you've got like these really pretty fun pinks and green. I love this purple over here. It's called Delectable. The whole thing smells like peaches, which is amazing. I love it. I don't know how Too Faced makes their palette smell so good, but they make them smell so good. The next thing that I've been loving is also another palette. Now this is cheating just a little bit because I've only had this for about a week and a half, no, 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks, and it is this beautiful palette right here. I'm sure that everybody knows what this is, but it is the Becca and Jaclyn Hill Champagne Glow Face Palette, or I'm sorry, Champagne Collection Face Palette. Obviously, I love Champagne Pop. It's like my staple. You guys all know that. But the other reason why I love this palette is because of this blush right here and this blush topper. The middle shade Amaretto is like me in a blush. I love my like nudie tone blushes. Goes with everything, everyday like mauve shade. I also really love the Rosé Spritz blush topper. I actually have been using that on days when I don't really want to have like full glam makeup. But I do want to, you know, like even out my skin tone, throw on a little mascara, and have a little something extra. So I'll just kind of dust that right along my cheeks, just like I would a regular blush, and be good to go. So I've been loving that. And of course, Prosecco Pop is just as amazing as Champagne Pop. They killed it with this. I think it's amazing. I think it's worth the money. June 16th. Which is in a little over a week and a half, they launch in Sephora stores. So if you can get your hands on this, definitely get it, because it is worth every single penny in my personal opinion. This is Tarte's celebrated Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush. Now this looks really light. And it is really light. It's very pale. Like I can't even swatch it because my hand is so pale that you can't see it. But I love this because when I wear this blush, it just looks so natural. It doesn't look like I'm wearing blush when I have it on. It's just a really beautiful color. Something that I don't normally gravitate towards, but since it is, you know, getting to be really nice out, you know, bringing out the bright colors and everything, this is a perfect like summer alternative to my neutral mauve, like kind of brownish tone blushes that I was just talking about with like the Jaclyn Hill palette. And I love the formulation of Tarte's blushes. In my personal opinion, Tarte can do no wrong in terms of blushes that last all day long and then some. Every time I have on one of their blushes, I don't have to retouch my blush throughout the day or anything like that, and this color has just been a go-to for me. My last face makeup product is something that you've seen in 400 million videos of everybody on YouTube, and everybody loves it and thinks it is like the greatest bronzer in the history of ever. I'm here to tell you that everything that everybody else has said is 110% true. What I'm talking about is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Now, I have mine in the shade Light Bronzer. What most people that I've been seeing on YouTube have is just bronzer and not light bronzer. I've never seen bronzer in person. It took me a really long time to hunt down this bronzer, and when I went and finally found it, the only one that they had was light bronzer. They did not have just regular bronzer. But on camera it looks really, really similar. It is a little bit on the warmer side, so for me it's not great to contour with. But I love the formulation of the bronzer so much that, can you see that? No, you can't see that at all. Sorry. I will get better at swatching for you one day. I've been using this to contour with, even though it's kind of too warm for my skin tone to contour with, just because I love the formulation of this. No bronzer I have ever used, ever, like high-end drugstore, warm undertone, cool undertone, neutral undertone, matte, shimmery, not a single bronzer that I've ever used before this one has lasted on my skin as long as this one has. I hope Physicians Formula keeps this formulation. I hope they come out with more colors so that you have not only like light bronzer and bronzer, but you have like cool tone bronzer. Because I would love that so that I can contour better, like, for myself because of my skin tone. But until that happens, we are just going to continue to use this guy. He's already, you can't see on camera at all, but I can already see a huge dent in this. And it's only been a month. My second to last makeup item is another item that is definitely has a huge cult following on YouTube, and it's this little guy. Well, not so little, because this is one of like the biggest single eyeshadows I've ever seen in my life, but this is Stila's Kitten eyeshadow. Mine is pretty banged up because I've had her for a while. I recently pulled her out of my drawer and have fallen in love with her all over again. I love this shade for all over the lid. I love it as a highlighter. I love it for in my crease. Like, you can see it's just, it's beautiful. It is just it's like this perfect pinky champagne color, has like the perfect amount of shimmer. So this is, that would have been so bad if I would have dropped it and it would have shattered everywhere. A lot of people that have been on YouTube forever, if you are OG beauty world in YouTube, you know that this is an extremely fragile eyeshadow. You drop this from like 2 inches off the ground and it will shatter. So the fact that I just saved that was awesome. But it is probably my all-time favorite like shimmery single eyeshadow. Okay, my next two items, they kind of go together a little bit in terms of they are the same product by the same brand. This first one is the Glam Glow Super Mud Clearing Treatment, which I have put in my favorites video before. If you followed me for a while, you know that this is what I use to kind of help control my acne situation. So when my face is breaking out horribly bad, it's because I am all out of this and do not currently have the money to buy a new one. I mean, like the jar version. I went to their website and found out that they have these humongous pro size squeezy tube bottles of their Super Mud, their what is it, the hydrating one, okay, the white one, this one, the blue one, the green one, and I believe the orange one, no, not the orange one, the black one, all have these big, huge, what is this? How many ounces is this? How many ounces is this? 4 ounce, they call it Super Mud Pro, which there's nothing different about the formulation of this versus the one in the jar. You just get 10 times the amount of product. Well, I don't know if it's actually 10 times. It's probably only like 2 times the product. But anyways, in a squeezy tube, which Mama's all about squeezy tubes. And this is supposed to last for, it's like, I think it was like 100 full face applications and like 1,000 spot treatments or something crazy, ridiculously outrageous. So shout out to Glam Glow just in general for creating these lovely big pro tubes. They are a little expensive. They're over $100, but again, you're getting double the product and it's going to last you double the amount of time. And if you're like me and you do a mask 5 out of the 7 days a week, okay, let's be honest, 7 out of 7 days a week, you need this size bottle in your life. Just saying. I also picked up this little guy. Well, he's not so little either. He is, how many ounces is he? 1.4 ounces. This is the Glam Glow Gravity Mud Firming Treatment. This is the one that you see all over Instagram and YouTube and Snapchat. This is the one that makes you look like an alien, and it dries and you just peel it off rather than wash it off like you do with all the other Glam Glow masks. I don't know if this tightens my skin at all and like makes it more firm and like anti-aging or whatever it's supposed to do, but my skin feels so good after I use this. So good. It's like night and day difference in the texture of my skin, and I know that that's not its like actual function, at least I don't think it's its actual function. It says that it's a firming treatment, so it's supposed to firm up your skin. I don't think it firms up my skin. I think my skin is still pretty jiggly. But it's so soft. Like, my skin is soft when I get done using this guy, but nothing else makes my skin the texture that this one does. That completes my favorites for May. However, before I go, there were a few products that I've been trying out that I don't like. The very first one is this guy right here. This is the Wild Rose Advanced Brightening Sleeping Facial from KORS. I got this in a Sephora Play box, and when I got it, oh yeah, nope, still don't like it. When I got this, I was immediately turned off by the smell. My skin does not like this. It gets really red and it kind of burns a little bit when I put it on. I don't think it brightens my skin at all. It doesn't really hydrate my skin. It does not do what my Best Day in Beauty Sleeping Facial does at all. I did use a lot of it because I did want to give it a fair chance. But I probably won't use the rest of it. I'll probably just end up tossing it. Another product I was really disappointed in that I got from a Sephora Play box, and this is nothing against the Sephora Play. I think it is an amazing, amazing subscription box still to this day. These are just products that I tried from the box that I didn't like in terms of the actual product. But the next one is the Sunday Riley Good Genes All-in-One Lactic Acid Treatment. So this is supposed to be a serum, and it says to use daily as a serum or as needed as a peel or mask. It is supposed to brighten, exfoliate, plump lines, even hyperpigmentation, and increase circulation for instant radiance. I've been using this in place of my Drunk Elephant glycolic night serum to give this guy a try, and also like make my Drunk Elephant one last longer because it's expensive. So when I got this in my Sephora Play box, I was like, this is perfect. I've been wanting to try another serum just to see, you know, if anything comes close to the Drunk Elephant one, maybe spread my money around a little bit so I can kind of alternate. And this is actually, full size is more expensive than the Drunk Elephant one. I believe it's retails for $112 or $125, somewhere around that price point. And it doesn't do anything. Like, I did not notice a difference in my skin that was positive switching to this from my Drunk Elephant serum. This is another one that I'm probably just going to throw away at this point and go back to my regular skin care routine and get my skin back to loving me like it should. I don't even know where to begin with this. I will start off just by showing you what it is. They are the First Aid Beauty Gentle Cleansing Wipes. Now, according to the package, it says removes stubborn makeup and impurities, safe for sensitive skin, alcohol and fragrance free. These burnt my skin so unbelievably bad. I don't use products like this all over my whole face. To remove my makeup, I usually use a cleansing oil or like a cleansing balm or something like to that effect, because I've heard just in general that makeup wipes are really bad for your skin. I do use these to like clean up around my eyes when I'm applying my makeup, or like when I'm playing with eye makeup, you know, I'll put on makeup, wipe it off with a makeup remover wipe, and then do a different look, wipe that off, you know, so on and so forth. You guys get the picture. When you pull one of these out, there's a ton of soapy, funky kind of residue. It leaves that residue on your skin. It burns like a mother. I have sensitive skin, but it's not sensitive to the point where like things that, you know, like your average person can use, I can use most of those products too without making my skin, you know, really irritated and really red. But these just burned so bad. Alright, well that's it for me for today, Rockstars. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click on the link down below to stay up to date on what's going on in my beauty corner of the world. And don't forget to leave me a comment letting me know what's going on in your beauty corner of the world. I would love to know what some of your favorites were for the month of May and what you're really excited to try this June. I know I'm really excited to try coconut oil for the very first time. And we'll definitely let you know in my June favorites video if it was a hit or not. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Love ya.